Since their introduction in 1981, double-stack railcars have revolutionized the rail freight industry. In fact, the U.S. Department of Transportation says that double-stack railcars are the most important intermodal development since containerization began. The people at Gunderson and Greenbrier saw the stack car not only as a way to increase freight capacity, but also as a means to improve economy of operation, especially terminal operations efficiency. With that goal in mind, the innovative Gunderson-Greenbrier team pooled its resources to create Twin Stack, the stack car preferred by terminal operators, steamship lines, and railroads across the country. Extensive market and operations research by Greenbrier, a pioneer and major force in the intermodal industry, indicated that a strong, lightweight bulkhead car was the optimum design. They found this design provides terminal operating savings, fuel savings, security from theft or vandalism, and reduced exposure to liability. Also, since the bulkhead car can be cycle-loaded more effectively, reduced drayage and chassis savings can be more readily attained. Gunderson, with its capability as a diversified freight car builder, was best equipped to build it. Located in Portland, Oregon, Gunderson's modern factory has 750,000 square feet of covered manufacturing space on 75 acres of property. Using finite element analysis, Gunderson engineers designed unique features such as integrated bulkheads and strength rings in the side sills. Then on state-of-the-art production lines, qualified and dedicated people employ the latest in steel fabrication techniques and equipment, and they're experienced. They have produced over 55,000 rail cars, earning a reputation as a builder of rugged, quality railroad freight equipment. There are two stack car types, those with bulkheads, like twin stack, and those without bulkheads. Both types can carry two stacked containers, and there the similarity ends. The bulkhead design of the twin stack car, unlike non-bulkhead cars, is built to have a direct and favorable impact on the economics of operation, especially operation of intermodal terminals. A comparison of these two stack car types shows how this operational economy is achieved. On stack cars without bulkheads, the top container must be secured with 4 interbox connecting devices called IBCs. Each time a non-bulkhead car is loaded and unloaded, ground personnel must climb onto the car to install, lock, unlock, and remove the IBCs. The IBCs may also require adjustment with an Allen wrench or even wiring in the locked position for safety. On the twin stack car, no IBCs are needed. Strong, adjustable bulkheads hold the top container securely in place. The bulkheads also keep the doors securely closed, preventing any accidental loss of customers' freight during transit. In fact, in an independent analysis by the international management consultant firm Arthur D. Little Incorporated, managers at terminals where the IBC cars are operated cite frequent container break-ins, while terminals using bulkhead cars reported little or no theft. Both railroads and steamship lines confirmed the importance of container security in the car selection process. Since no IBCs are used with twin stack, no ground personnel are needed to install and remove them. Also, loading and unloading is faster and train turnaround time is quicker. Experience has shown that per box loading time can be improved up to 50% over non-bulkhead stack cars.
From a terminal operator's perspective, the IBC car doesn't really reduce his cost that much on a per lift basis, because while the equipment may take up less track space in the terminal and therefore require a little less switching, it still requires at least 1 or 2 groundmen to set pockets. This is exactly the manning that is required if we're loading conventional container cars. So we don't see that that car really improves terminal productivity from an operator's perspective at all. And our experience has been on twin stack equipment that we achieve double the labor productivity with those cars than we do with either conventional intermodal flat cars or interbox connector equipment. This improvement in productivity by doubling certainly enhances our profitability and allows us to turn that many more revenue units through the yards much, much quicker. Example, in Tacoma, we're able to turn a 400 or 200 unit double stack train within 8 hours with 2 machine operators and 1 utility man that assists in grounding and hostling.
The advantages we found with the bulkhead Gunderson car is the absence of a groundman, which is a major cost savings. We operate on a per lift basis as a contractor, and the elimination of any manpower goes directly to the bottom line.
To me, it's a very exciting new innovation in rail car loading. For number one, it's double my capacity for my cars. Number two, it's not labor intensive. For a regular TTX car, I have to have a houseman come out here and set up these particular cones. With these cars, it's just like a container chute. There's no extra labor involved whatsoever. And there's no little tiny pads for my drivers to have to look for, to see, to knock over. I'd say they've cut my loading time just about, at least by 1/4 or better.
Eliminating ground personnel from loading and unloading reduces labor costs. But more importantly, it enhances the safety of operations. With non-bulkhead stack cars, groundmen need to climb up and down platforms 400 times or more during loading operations. Employees have been observed in such activities as walking on side sills and climbing on truck side frames instead of using ladders. This potentially hazardous situation can be worsened by rain, ice, and snow. Exposing fewer workers to risk is desirable in itself, but it also translates into another important labor cost benefit. Arthur D. Little's report also states that for every 200,000 man-hours devoted to loading non-bulkhead stack cars, 10 incidents of injury will occur. Resultant settlements and lawsuits have averaged $50,000 per incident, which amounts to an alarming $2.50 per man-hour. This cost, says the report, can be completely eliminated with the operation of the bulkhead car. Simply put, with twin stack, people who are not there cannot get hurt. We've shown that twin stack can affect terminal operation efficiencies by reducing manpower needs, streamlining operations, and improving safety. Twin stack can also mean savings in major equipment costs for terminals which use cycle loading, where equipment moves rapidly down a block-loaded train. A twin stack train needs only slightly more than half the number of chassis and associated drays that other stack trains require. Fewer chassis used means fewer chassis owned, handled, and stored by the terminal, a major saving to twin stack users. A twin stack feature that contributes to economic line haul operation is its aerodynamic design. Twin stack's bulkheads and smooth sides significantly improve aerodynamic efficiency. Wind tunnel tests, as well as full-scale over-the-road tests with competing cars, showed that twin stack produces significant fuel savings even at lower train speeds. There are a lot of reasons why twin stack users enjoy time, labor, equipment, and drayage savings over non-bulkhead stack cars. Here's a quick summation of the terminal operation advantages. Loading and unloading time is reduced by up to 50%. No interbox connectors are needed. Ground personnel are not required. Bulkheads secure container doors, preventing cargo loss. Twin stack cars are ideal for cycle loading and require fewer chassis and drays than other stack cars. And twin stack allows for safer operations. While twin stack was designed with economy of operation foremost in mind, Gunderson Greenbrier made sure that twin stack would also be a versatile stack car, and it is. Gunderson builds twin stack in configurations that carry containers from 20 to 48 feet. Each bulkhead can be easily adjusted at ground level to hold a 40-foot container in the well and a 40, 45, or 48 by 102 container on top. By the way, most anything that can be containerized can be loaded on twin stack cars. Twin stack is suitable for loading tank containers, lumber, and other kinds of cargo. Improved economy of operations, versatility. It's an unbeatable combination that has made twin stack the choice of major railroads and shipping companies across the country. But Gunderson Greenbrier's commitment to its customers doesn't stop with excellent double stack cars. Greenbrier's field service people constantly monitor the equipment. They help and advise customers long after cars are delivered. From this continuous influx of information and by utilizing technological advancements, Gunderson engineers keep creating new and better railcar designs. It is this spirit of leaning into the future rather than reacting to it that results in innovative equipment like twin stack and other freight car designs that will lead a healthy, growing rail industry into the next century. Gunderson, Greenbrier, partners in the future of intermodal freight equipment. Builders of the car that gives you better operation economics. Twin stack, a step ahead in intermodal railroading.